Hello there, and welcome to the Reflection Show with me, Martha with Wise. We see a lot of NGOs in the northern region, especially in Tamale, and the question has always been, are they really making the impact they say they are making? Are young people actually benefiting from the works of all these NGOs, coming in and impacting young people and telling them that they can be better, they can be more, and all of that. Today, I'll be speaking with 3 young people who have benefited from 3 of the NGOs here to share with us how they got to know about the NGO and how their lives have become better through the impact they have received. I am Martha in Spice. Let's take a breather. When we are back, we delve into more. Stay tuned.
In a world where challenges abound, one woman's vision sparked a movement. Welcome to the story of Martha in Spice Foundation, a decade of empowering lives and transforming communities. Meet Martha, a passionate individual driven by a desire to make a difference. Her journey began with a simple yet profound question: how can I inspire positive change? Over the past decade, Martha in Spice Foundation has touched countless lives, from education and healthcare initiatives to economic empowerment programs. The foundation's work has been a beacon of hope. The foundation's journey has been made possible by the unwavering support of individuals, organizations, and communities. Together, they've helped create a ripple effect of kindness and compassion. Despite the successes, the journey hasn't been without its challenges. From funding constraints to logistical hurdles, the foundation has faced numerous obstacles. Today, Martha in Spice Foundation stands as a testament of the power of collective action. The foundation's work has improved lives, inspired hope, and fostered a sense of community. As Martha in Spice Foundation celebrates its 10th anniversary, we invite you to join us in honoring this remarkable journey. Let's continue to inspire, empower, and transform lives together.
Welcome back. I am Martha in Spice. Like I said earlier on, we want to look at the impact that NGOs are making in the northern region. So I'll start with you. Tell us your name and which organization you are from.
Thank you. I'm Mariam Nasara Saibu. I'm from Women Economic Empowerment in the North, that is We North, and I'm very happy to be here.
Okay.
Hello Martha, and hello to your lovely viewers. I'm Ahmed Jaja. I'm the chairperson of the Youth Advisory Board of the Ghana SRHR Alliance. Basically, should I tell you more about our organization?
No, okay, I will come to you. And
so I'm in the person of Nawa Ilyas, representing the Assistance Hub, and I'm also really glad to be here.
Okay, so let me start with Jaja on this. The GH Alliance, how did you hear about them and what impact can you say they have made in your life?
Okay, well, with GH Alliance, to actually start from the beginning or from when I actually heard from them was when the portfolio for Youth Advisory Board application was open. I was contacted by a mentor from Savannah Signatures. At the time, I was a youth influencer with the organization Savannah Signatures. I was contacted by the mentor to actually show interest and apply for the portfolio. And thankfully, through guidance and coaching from her and a few other people that, have really impacted my life, I was able to apply for it. And out of the numerous applications from across the country, I was chosen for it. So with GH Alliance, the impact they have had on me, well, it is numerous. Considering the time I started, I was merely volunteer with Savannah Signatures and a few other organizations in the northern region. But along the line, until now, I've moved from a mere volunteer and an active youth advocate, actually, not just advocating, but ensuring that youth voices are really heard and implemented in various aspects of our daily lives, from our community leaders, our communities, to the government. Like, it has been massive, and I'm sure along the line I'll share with you snippets of what.
Okay. So let me come to We North. How did you hear about We North, and how has your journey been with them so far?
So, like I mentioned earlier, WINOF is basically means that Women Economic Empowerment in the Northern Region. And I heard of WINOF through a friend recommendation. My friend took part in their training, and I was also having passion for what she was doing. So that inspired me to make more inquiries about it. And she was the one who even lead me to their office to pick the form and filled, which I did. So after that, I was interviewed and qualified to partake in their training. So initially, I wasn't doing anything. I was just someone who was a diploma graduate sitting in the house. Sometimes I go to certain organizations like Europe to help them if they have any activities that they may need other hand support to carry on. Yeah, before I heard of WINOF. And when I took part in the training, during the training session, apart from the skill they were empowering us, they were also giving us some empowerment sessions that was basically on guidance in your career and also in the trades that you are learning in that institute. Yeah. And when we were done, I wasn't being able to continue the trade because the person who I was attached to along the line, I lost him. So that really discouraged me, and I didn't stop from there. Just like I mentioned earlier on their empowerment sessions, yeah, most of the motivations they gave to us encouraged me to go back to the office to help them in their administrative aspects, since I was also someone who is educated a little bit, yeah. So by doing so, the office has supported me in so many ways by guiding me when it comes to my educational aspects and just on basically my life, yeah. And I am currently the zonal coordinator for the northern region, since WINOF is dealing with 5 regions in the northern part. Yeah, I'm for the northern region. And also, WINOF has linked me to so many opportunities like wider network and also their partner organizations like GIZ. From WINOF, I've been able to benefit a lot from them. I last applied for their digital championship, and out of numerous, I was lucky to be selected, and I'm currently a digital champion for GIZ Ghana. And so far I've been able to train about 100 plus SMEs and tradeswomen who are into businesses, and they are basically just in the traditional market, not yet leveraged to the digital world. Yeah,
Okay.
I've been able to impact
would come back to that one. I want to come to you, Assistance Hub. How did you hear about them, and how has been your journey so far?
So I actually heard of the Assistance Hub through a friend. So as I was struggling with myself, I was a very timid person, very shy. I didn't know how to people. So this friend knew that, and then the team lead at Assistance Hub came to my school for a program. So I was introduced to her, and from then I was invited to a number of their trainings. And yeah, so far that's how I met Assistance Hub. And I've been able to develop a lot of skills, and I've gained proficiency in using a lot of digital tools and platforms. And now I do have leadership skills and also public speaking skills as a result of just partaking in Assistance Hub trainings.
Okay, so tell us about, you've said you were very timid. What are some of the practical things that they took you through and has made you to unearth your potential?
That was the public speaking skills, where we're taking through how to present yourself, how to talk to people, how to not be so camera shy, and and also personal branding, how you should appear, when people think of you, what should click in their mind. Yes, and also for their digital tools, I took part in their digital marketing program, and I am a full-fledged digital marketer now as a result of the Assistance App. So that's the impact Assistance App has had on me.
Okay, let me come back to Jaja. The GH Alliance, you mentioned a bit also on some of the activities and you now being part of the advisory board. So it means that even from where you started, now you are part of the main decision, quite like the main. So just tell us about that.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I did mention of the Youth Advisory Board of the GH Alliance. How it works is that the Youth Advisory Board serves as the youth wing of the Alliance itself. And the Alliance, coming back to it, the Alliance is a network of CSOs working around, SRHR, among young people in the country, across the country. So the Youth Advisory Board, despite being a youth wing of the organization, has its representation on the national governing body of the Alliance itself. So we do have our members who are on the same body with the executive directors of the member CSO that are a part of it, to be able to deliberate on issues affecting us and be able to plan and implement some of the projects that are coming up in it. So in this regard, this merely does not really talk about including the youth, but however centering them and making sure that they are a part of whichever processes that you make, and make them a center of every core decision or every project moving forward as an alliance as well. And building upon them or mentoring them, coaching them, and providing a lot of skills and training for them as well in their individual lives, their professional and our academic lives as well.
Okay, I want to ask a direct question. Do you think that their role in your life has really been an impact?
Oh yes, I do. Well, I would say this because my journey with them along the years since I took the role of the chairperson of the Youth Advisory Board, through that time period, I've actually been exposed to a lot of youth-focused discussions, youth-focused organizations. For example, we've led a number of community outreach programs internally here and in schools, and in fact, even in the market where we undertake a lot of mental hygiene activities or SRH activities as well, and continuously advocate on SRH services on social media and even in our physical lives as well, to help put pressure or actually urge governments and other stakeholders to implement some of these services and make them really accessible for young people across the country, and make sure that the voices of young people when it comes to SRH services are really heard and are really put into consideration at the decision-making table. Apart from that, there's a number of, I did speak about community mobilization as well, community mobilization skills I've learned from the organization over the years. Well, mainly would be due to the fact that I'm constantly involved in the Power to Youth program, which is currently being undertaken, of which the GH Alliance and NOSAC and a few other organizations are parts of as well.
All right. So we North, you have been trained as what, a carpenter?
Yes, please.
Okay. So just tell me, so it's more about practical training. I want you to explain to our viewers what exactly the trainings are about.
Okay. So like I mentioned earlier, we North is basically mean that women economic empowerment in the North. And it's based in 5 regions in Ghana, that is the Northeast, the Savannah, the Upper East, the Upper West, and the Northern region. And we North is training women on men-dominated trades like carpentry, plumbing, electricals, POP installation, you can name them. What the society knew earlier that it was for men. That is what we North is now training women in. And it's not just training, but they are really making impacts. The training process is just 3 months internship training, and the age range is from age 18 and above. So when you go to the training, they take you through the training, that's the skill aspect, and also they have empowerment sessions that you will be attending, and those empowerment sessions are what they use to guide your career and also just guide you up in some things you want to achieve in life. Yes, so so far they've been able to train about 2,665 young women in the Wing of Trades, and also currently we have our 7th and 8th batch at training, which are not part of the numbers I just mentioned. And currently you can see that when you step out, you see a lot of young women. If not, they are tiling, they are building, they are painting, and that is the amazing part of what WINOF has done. And a lot of people who were in their shells like me, or a lot of young women who were in their shells like me, WINOF has been able to break it for them and bring them out to also do something meaningful for themselves in the future, and maybe support others as well as time goes on.
Okay,
Yeah.
so as a carpenter now, do you have your own business like full time, or just take us through the operations? And secondly, just to add to that, how does one sign up to be trained?
Well, so let me start with the signing up. So you can just walk to the WINOF office and pick the form. Basically, that's what everyone does. So you walk to the office and pick the form. It's open for everyone, just like I mentioned earlier, from age 18 to 35. That's the age range they are taking.
And for only women for
and for
now?
only women for now. So when you take the form, we guide you through to fill it and submit. And we called you for interview. And the interview is not just something intense, because the aim is to help women who are less privileged. So basically what they wouldn't consider is when you are a pregnant woman or when you have a breastfeeding baby, because the work is so practical, you might not be able to engage properly. So that is the selection process that they normally go through. And after the interview, they called you for the training. And you are going to choose the trade you want to partake in, whether you want to be a painter, you want to be a tiler, or a plumber, anyone you want to be. That's what they will give you, and as well post you. When they post you, they will accommodate you, and they will always give you a monthly allowance just to keep you up at the training session. Yes, and it's a 3 months intensive training, like I mentioned earlier. And when you've graduated, they will help you write the National Proficiency 1 certificate exam, which you can use to apply
for other opportunities as well.
Opportunities. And as well, recently, the schools that WINOF is working with, when you have the Proficiency 1 certificate, they are able to enroll, most especially the universities, they are able to enroll you to their certificate programs and diploma programs with the Proficiency 1 certificate. So they help you write that P1 set, and then also they attach you to experienced masters. Since we all know already the job is for men, so we have men mentors out there more than women. So they attach you to those mentors, so that's the internship. So you go through it. Some masters may want to release you to go and set up your own workshop. Others may not want, because they've seen that you are doing very good and you are really
bringing a lot of benefits to them, so they want to retain you.
They might want to maintain you. Like I mentioned my master earlier, he saw that there was a potential in me, and I was also making impact in his work. So he told me to stay. And just unfortunately, along the line, I lost him, and that was when things get a bit, So that's how we do. They attach you, and you get to the work. That's when you start to get the experience, because at the training, it's just training. You wouldn't get the outside experience when you step into the industry. So they will guide you through, and that is how WINOF selection process is. And as me, carpenter, I don't really have my own carpentry shop for now. And like I mentioned earlier, they are not just training us to be what they've trained us. Like, just because they train you to be a plumber, you should be a plumber, chinchina. No, that's like I mentioned earlier, we have the empowerment sessions too. That's where they guide you on things or careers that you want to run through for yourself. Yes, and through those training, they got to realize that not just the carpentry, but I was also having interest in administrative works, and most especially when it comes to something digital. That was why they get me linked up with GIZ.
Okay.
And I am currently a digital champion for the Northern Zone for GIZ. Yeah.
Assistance Hub, let me come to you on some of the interventions or some of the programs that you run and how it has also helped you and all that.
At the Assistance Hub, they are tackling unemployment and inequalities and bridging the gap in information technology in the Northern Ghana through offering career guidance, personal development, and soft skills, also entrepreneurship programs. And I've been fortunate enough to partake in their personal development programs and also their information technology programs. And so far, as a result of them, I didn't first know what I was going to do after I finished school. But now I know my career path. I'm a digital marketer as a result of partaking in these trainings.
Okay, so how do young people sign up for those kind of trainings?
If you want to sign up, you can either reach them through their Facebook at the Assistance Hub, or you'd go to their office, which is located at opposite Halal Food Joint, and you can walk in. There will be people to assist you with that. Okay.
So you've mentioned personal branding, and I think one key thing you keep saying is that you were timid and they've been able to help you. I don't think it was just in one activity. It was just, what are some of the things they took you through that have made, because we are trying to let people understand the impact of what they've done, and from we know they've been able to explain some of the things that you have to go through and blah blah and all that, even with the alliance. So at the assistant, I'm looking at personally, you may not be part of all their programming, but if you have benefited in one main thing, which is what public speaking, self-confidence, and branding is all in one, what are some of the things you had to do yourself and they had to do to support you to unearth that potential?
I think I had to push myself, and they cannot do it until you want to do it. You have to change your mindset. You have to be positive towards it. You have to push yourself out. They will push you all they can, but if you don't actually put yourself there, you will not be able to do it. So what they did was that at any point in time, if they have any activity that involves like interacting with people, they would let you be a part of it, to take to be someone who speaks.
Okay, so what did they do that pushed you, or what are some of the things you also practically did to push yourself? So a young person might be watching right now and probably also timid, just like you said you were, and now you can speak in public, engage young people in other programs and all that. Was there something specific you did along the line that has helped you? Just a tidbit.
Actually, reading more books actually helps you develop a lot. So personally, that's what I have been doing. And also, like I mentioned, just putting yourself, don't tell yourself that this is something I cannot do, I will not be able to do it, I've never done something like that. Fail, walk out there, fail as much as you can. You only learn by failing. So that is what I was saying.
Okay, all right. Let me come back to the Alliance. You see, I have been part of the Alliance as it started, I think, in as far back as 2013, 2014. I've been part of the Alliance. A lot of dynamics have changed and coming now. The Power to Youth program is very big, and I see a lot of organizations even coming on board with the Alliance and all that. What is the Power to Youth program about, and how has it impacted young people?
Thank you very much. With the Power to Youth program, as you mentioned, it is a 5-year initiative with partner consortiums consisting of the NORSAC, GH Alliance, as well as some TABA who are collectively implementing this. And the main focus of the party is to actually address challenges, 3 key areas, affecting our communities, ranging from SGBV and pregnancy and women, and a few other things which I think I would have to reintroduce later along the topic. So what we do is that we basically, as part of different concepts or different engagements in the program, we engage other minor youth-led organizations as well and help them, capacitate them, and help them be able to achieve the visions of they themselves and impact the communities that they are already working in that regard. And we also target existing stakeholders in those communities and in the country as well to be able to make sure that some of these advocacy things that we are carrying out or some of these issues that we want them changed in those communities are really change to better the lives of women and young people in those communities as well. And like the power of party, like the motto of party, say power change starts with you actually, because we believe that young people are not just the future but the present as well, because they have what it takes actually to change and to actually make things better for themselves and even society as well. And that is what we believe in, and that is why we have targeted them all along these years as well in our implementations and ensuring that the inclusion of all these young people, empowering them, making sure that we mentor them, provide advocacy and leadership trainings for them. And I keep on mentioning community mobilization skills as well, because these are key things that young people will need to do if they really want to influence decision making in those communities as well, and in the nation at large as well. So
okay. Okay, so let me come back to We North. I see now you have different kind of smaller offices for those that have
the service centers.
The service centers. Tell us about it.
So, like I mentioned earlier, We North is in the 5 regions of Ghana, and in every region we have the we groups there. That is a group of the tradeswomen coming together to form a group. That's what we call the we group.
The trade women, you mean the carpenters, the hairdressers, the plumbers, the
not
what?
the hairdressers really, because we are not into hairdressing aspects.
Okay, well that was an example. I mean the different trades. So carpenters, plumbers, tilers, actually meant all of them coming together.
Coming together, that's what we call the we group. And in those we have 55 of them existing, and a minimum number you can see in a group is 15, which is the lowest, and that's Savulugu district for now. So in this we groups, we have groups who are actually doing very well, and groups that are still lacking behind. And when you see a small office in a particular community, meaning that community is really doing very well, and we now have set up that office for them. It serves as a place where they can go and have their meetings, when they have job, where they can go and work. So it's set up and also equipped with machines that maybe individually it will be hard for you to afford. So the office get them and equip the service center with the machines so that the group can use it for their jobs and also personal works. Yes, and in the groups we also it's not just group, we have activities happening in the group. So we have We Save, that is the saving aspect. Locally our mothers call it adakabla. So we have come out with a new model. Instead of coming together to bring out our monies, put it in a box, We North has designed a savings book, which is given to all the we groups, and individuals have their own. And we are saving every weekend. That is based on the day the group choose to save. But every week people do our savings. We do our savings, and we are taking based on the sales of the books, and our financial managers always go to the bank. So for those who have the service centers in their community, they also have bank accounts, and they are more serious in the saving, because meaning they are working. and they are making money.
Yeah.
And the purpose of the We Save is just to motivate them not to spend all the monies they've been making from the website, but also to save some for future purpose. So when they save, they normally break it down in a year where they'll give everybody money back to them. But if you don't want yours, you can still keep it in the bank.
Yeah.
And also through the savings, they've been able to support each other. Maybe someone have an issue which is an emergency and needs support from someone who can rush to the We group for them to support you, which you might pay back later. And also the groups serve as sense of community for the We-Know beneficiaries, because assuming I have work, I've got a contract to do, and I don't want to involve outsiders, and in the end maybe it wouldn't end as expected. There is the same people in your We group who are also into that trade that you can involve to come and support you. So the service centers and the We group just serve as a sense of community, just to keep the girls together. So in all the We groups that I've mentioned, the 55 We groups, we have those service centers there for those who are doing well for now. Yes. And in the We groups too, we are training them on leadership skills. That's the We Lead. So the We group have constitution that guides the group. And in the constitution, it's made up of 5 facets, which is the We Save that I just spoke about. And we have We Give, that is the We group coming out to do something for the community without taking something back. Yeah, so they normally go to schools to repair their broken chairs, fix their life issues, and hospitals, same. And that's the them doing something for the community, like the We Give aspect. We also have We Lead. That's when the group, the WIN-OFF is training the groups on the leadership aspect for them to step out in the community and take leadership roles. And that aspect is really working, because when you go to the most of the communities that WIN-OFF is working on, you can see our girls aspiring and acquiring more leadership roles. So we also have an aspect called We Train. That aspect. So like assuming I just finished from electrical training and get back to the community, and I've realized that they have a lot more of AC repairs issues, which I wasn't able to, they didn't train me at the training session when I was at the training. Yes, so if you identify such issue, WIN-OFF will get you back on board and train you on AC installation, like I mentioned, so that you can go back and serve a purpose. Yes, that's the We Train aspect that I just mentioned.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I want us to take a break. I believe that listening to all these testimonies, if I might say, from the different organizations and the things that the young people have learned from, it is evident that something is really being done in the northern region, and there's so much impact being made. Let's take a breather. When we are back, we delve into more. Stay tuned.
One of the things I have noticed is that they are happy. They are happy to go to school. They are eager to be in school, always ready to get to school. There's no day that they don't want to come to school, and that's very good for me as a parent.
They have got nice teachers, group of nice teachers, and the principals and vice principals, they are all very good. SIA is making the children better and ambitious.
The level of my son's confidence back then and now, there's been an impact, and which we attribute to the quality of tuition and the level of environment and the kind of people he has met here. So it's a fantastic school.
Welcome back from the break. We're still here. We're still looking at how NGOs are making impacts in the lives of young people. I have here members from Assistance Hub, Ghana SRHR Alliance for Young People, and then We North. I have to take time because sometimes my tongue doesn't turn well when I'm mentioning it. So We North is Women Economic Empowerment in Northern Region. So caption short, We North. They are all here in Tamale in the northern region, making sure that young people are impacted. So now we want to get to understand, let me start from We North. What is the long-term impact that you are thinking that you are still going to have in the next few years to come based on the activities and the impact they've made, in your life right now?
Yeah, so as individual, I think in the next coming years, I'm going to be someone great in a sense that now I've been able, like I mentioned earlier, I've been able to open up my network, and I have a lot of people who are guiding and shaping and reshaping my career. And also, like I also mentioned earlier that I was passionate in venturing into digital marketing. So WINOF has helped me to go back to the university to pursue marketing, entrepreneurship and innovation management. So with GIZ attaching to digital marketing, it's like I have a career and I have a pathway going. So with WINOF, I think every beneficiary from WINOF in the next coming 5 years will have a pathway where they are leading to.
Yeah.
Yes. And speaking in generally for we the beneficiaries, I think in the next coming 5 years, the face of industrial trades will completely change.
Yeah.
Because when you look at the industry right now, there is much women as compared to earlier days what was happening. So there is a lot of women out there, and also not just being there but making impact. And also looking at communities, because right now WINOF is not dealing with developed communities again.
Okay.
They are currently working with underserved communities, because earlier when the project was to start, they were just based in Tamale. And with their first and second cohort, they got to realize that people in Tamale was mostly in for the allowances they gave monthly. And those who really need the training are for the communities.
Away, yeah.
Yes. So now that the project is going, they've got to realize some mistakes, and they are into correcting.
Trying to rebrand and do better. Yeah. New strategies. We in NGOs, we don't say mistakes. We call it, re-strategizing and bringing new ideas.
That's right.
in. Yeah.
Yes. So they are currently in those underserved communities, and I think a lot of opportunities that they were lacking in those communities are now getting to them, and a lot of them are really they are appreciating what WINOF is doing for them, because it has really reduced a lot of issues like teenage pregnancy and early marriage, because they weren't doing anything and they are just in their houses. Mostly parents get fed up at a point, and they just want you to go and leave them. So all those kind of things, WINOF, this WINOF project has been able to erasing it one step at a time. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think in the next coming years, the industrial trades for the women will be more superb, because women too will also be on top of the industrial trades as the men is. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let me come to Assistant Hub. What do you think or anticipate for in the next few years?
I think that with the assistance hub, there are lots of young people out there who still do not know their career path. They don't know how to go about it. The doors of assistance hub is open to assist you to realize or achieve your success. For every person who has completed the university, you agree with me that it's not only the hard skills and technical skills that you need to develop yourself. In every environment you find yourself, you will be able to thrive on also the soft skills. So we must put in the needed efforts and know that communication skills are necessary as an individual. We should know that you must be able to set goals for yourself, we should also know that time management is something that you cannot do without. It is necessary to develop in any organization you find yourself. That's what gives you the upper hand over other people. And for people who feel as though they do not have it in them, you feel as though there's nothing you can do in this life. You feel as though you can't achieve anything. There are people out there to actually guide you, and I want you to know that there's so much more you can do for yourself. You just have to get involved with the right people to guide you through.
Okay. GH Alliance.
Okay, Martha, before I actually come to that, well, with GH Alliance, exactly like you mentioned, you said you had problem mentioning the full name of it. Usually we just refer to it as GH Alliance, so
yeah,
to make it easy for people as well. And also, I'd like to touch on the structure of the Youth Advisory Board, especially for young people out there who are really watching us and who are interested in contributing to our work as GH Alliance and the Youth Advisory Board. What the Youth Advisory Board I've already described, mainly we are all across the country. We have our northern zones. We've inwardly divided ourselves into the northern, the southern, and the middle zone as well. And we are basically representatives of all the youth groups in these regions, in a sense that we actually reach out to these youth groups on certain topics or certain programs that we design for ourselves and we really want to undertake with them. So once we get in touch with them, we try to see how we can collaborate with these people to amplify those voices in each of the regions as well. And we are doing massively across the regions, especially in the past years, as you've said, in that capacity as well. And not to overlook the secretariat, which is the GH Alliance, have really been, provided a lot of skills or support, let me put it that way, to the young people, making us feel, really involved in all the processes of the organization itself, and making sure that they build upon us, and making sure that it's not really about the talk, but actually about the action in it, in a sense that we know and we feel we belong to the activities of the Alliance. That is why we are really passionate about what we do, and not really about maybe any other mere things. That is basically it. And to talk about the long-term impacts, well, it has been, it's plenty actually to mention, but a few of them would be to talk about the network, the pool of network I've gathered over the years.
How many years have you been with the Alliance?
2 years actually. So my term actually ends this year. So that is why I'm emphasizing on young people who are really interested. Very soon the call will be open for people to really apply for that.
So they will apply to join the
Youth Advisory Board.
Youth Advisory Board.
Yes,
okay.
Exactly.
So your term is like 3 years.
2 years.
2 years, then you'd vote again for someone else.
Exactly.
Wow.
An application for people to apply, and then we do a series of interviews, and there's a lot of training that they give to us as young people.
And what's the age gap?
Well, the age gap is between 15 and 24.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay. I thought I could still apply. Yeah.
Well, this is actually the age gap of young people that we really focus on, and they are the people that really matter, especially in our society as well. Coming back to the long-term impact, I've spoken about the network, the pool of network I'm controlling, which is immense, looking at my career path and my professional growth as well as a young person, especially a student who is still now coming out of the university and looking, at options available for me to pursue. And with the trainings I've received as well and the skills I've built as well, I really foresee myself continuing to work with young people and working on youth development as well, and see myself not really, laying back, but actually mentoring a lot more of my peers as well along the line, and seeing how we grow both in the nation, both nationally and internationally as well. So yeah, I look forward to the future as a young person, as a youth advocate to the Youth Advisory Board, and a lot more opportunities that come ahead. And for young people watching me, well, you're welcome, and you should be a part of us. Just do not stay in your corner. Jump into that space, take up the mantle, and contribute to your society. Contribute to even yourself as well. Yeah. And that is the main important thing.
One thing I'm learning from 3 of them is the key of volunteerism. I think all of you volunteered at a point before you now, and most times when you hear volunteerism, they're expecting money, they're expecting something.
Yeah.
But, I volunteered for PPAG, I volunteered for the Alliance, and then through the Alliance, the first program was the Access Services and now the Ask program, then the Gusto program. I left in the middle of the Gusto program, then the Empower to Youth, So I see that volunteerism has even taken some of us this far to be able to even start our own organization and be in it. So the GH Alliance have really done so much for young people. I remember a lot of people like Irene and Co.
Exactly.
that have all been in the Alliance and now. Yeah, you want to say something?
I look at some of you people who have passed through the journey we are currently in, and then I'm inspired to continue contributing to whatever I'm doing as well. And that is motivation enough to achieve where I'm going.
So I want to take your final words. Let me start with Jaja, just continue from there. Your final words on everything we've spoken about on the personally on the NGO. So your final words.
Well, the final words is that we need to acknowledge the work of NGOs in the country, especially in the northern region. They are not only here to address issues in our communities, but to actually make sure that the gap that the government itself and other stakeholders are unable to fill, they are filling into them as well. We see a lot of issues, a lot of issues affecting young people, drug abuse, and a lot of other things.
Yeah.
It is these NGOs that are really putting the government on toes to address these things, and also providing amicable solutions as well to them as well. You talk about the taxing the tax on the period, like those campaigns.
Yeah, the NGOs are helping, even with the right to information bill, the affirmative action. I think NGOs have spearheaded all of these campaigns.
And you heard from my sisters as well, the impact they have on the personal lives of our mothers and our young people, underprivileged communities and underprivileged minority groups in our society. It is these NGOs that are really impacting their lives and making sure that they are addressing they are bridging the gap between the urban and rural worlds.
Okay, assistants, have your final words.
So I would say that, like Jaja said, we need to acknowledge the impact NGOs have on the society at large, and I would say that to be able to sit here and be seen and be heard is empowerment on its own. So young people should take up the opportunities to learn and volunteer, and donor organizations should donate to these organizations to be able to effectively and efficiently do their works. Yes, that's what I have to say.
We North, your final words.
So NGOs in the northern part is really doing amazingly well, and most especially we North, because they have really changed the face of industrial trades. Yes, so everywhere you go now, you see us in blue. Some people will even ask that, are we Zoom live? Yes, so they've really done amazingly well, and we really appreciate their efforts. And I just want to say that NGOs in the northern Ghana has been doing amazingly well, and they are really making impact in our lives, most especially we the young people. But then I've also noticed that most NGOs are just basing in already developed places like Tamale. So when you carefully look, you see that most of the NGOs are centered in Tamale, and because they are here, most of their works are here. And this our youth too, we are such a way that when we have something too much, we don't really value it again. So I think we appreciate their works, and I suggest, or I think that they should look more into underserved communities like where I'm coming from. It's really they will really need them and will appreciate their works more there. So that's what I think I can say to NGOs. And
okay, 1 minute. I'm running out of time. Go ahead.
30 seconds. Actually. Well, I do agree partly with her, disagree partly with her as well. When you look at the works of NGOs as well, they need to actually be, be visible in urban areas where they can influence policy decisions and everything. However, they could actually still focus more like they already do, but more effort could be done under
rural,
under the word was coming back.
Rural
communities.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very interesting conversation. Because most times you keep hearing NGOs are a lot in Tamale, are they really making impact? What's really happening? But I think that having these three people share with us the impact they have seen themselves and even more of the work that is going. So I have the Assistance Hub. You can look out for them on Facebook. Ghana, let me just, GH Alliance for Young People. Once you just type GH Alliance, they'll pop up on Facebook. Or Ghana SRHR Alliance. Let me tell you, I was part of those who formed that name. So it's Ghana Sexual Reproductive Health and Rights Alliance for Young People. And then Women Economic Empowerment in Northern Region for We North. And on this note, I want to say a very special shout out to amazing people, PPAG. And also to North PPAG. I remember Mr. Ishmael, Mr. Richard Brefo, Madam Matilda Ayamga, who is still on the program, the National Program Coordinator for the Power to Youth Program. I remember recently I called her and we were talking and she was like, do people know it's a lot of blasting that has gotten matter this far? Because we were young and they kept correcting us. Sometimes we would bore, we'd be like, but you know, the energy, you know, kept coming. The last time I saw Mr. Kenneth Danu, he was the first National Program Coordinator for the Ghana SRHR Alliance. And let me say, Mr. Kenneth Danu was the one that first flew me out of the country when I went to do a report for the Ask project in Amsterdam in 2015, and it's been a journey. You know, I'm just remembering all those times and what went through. And when they selected me, I was very small then, and hey, why is this girl going and all that? But I'm so happy, and a very, you know, big thank you to all of you that have contributed to the Martha Inspires that I am today. It's true volunteerism, it's true the GH Alliance, it's true PPAG that today I can also make impact to many young people. And I forgot, the Martha Inspires Foundation is 10 years, and we are inviting all of you to our Youth Empowerment Summit on Saturday, August 16th. So you can check on our social media handles for the details to the program. We have amazing speakers as usual, and I can't wait to host you and your family and all young people watching me in Tamale to also be live on TV and live on Facebook at Martha Inspires Foundation. And I'm still calling on sponsors and supporters to come and support the show. Thank you so much. It's been great having you stay glued to us on the show. I am Martha Inspires. Have a good night.